The story of Hamas is one of resistance, religion, and political turmoil. Born in the crucible of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Hamas emerged from the Gaza Strip in the late 1980s. At the forefront of this movement was Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, a charismatic cleric who would become the spiritual father of Hamas. In December 1987, as the first Intifada raged, Hamas issued its founding charter. This document declared the group's ultimate goal: the liberation of Palestine from the river to the sea. From its inception, Hamas's ideology has been a blend of Palestinian nationalism and Islamic fundamentalism. This potent mix of religion and politics has been both a source of strength and a point of contention throughout Hamas's history. The First Intifada, which began in 1987, proved to be a turning point for Hamas. The mass uprising against Israeli occupation provided fertile ground for the nascent group to establish itself as a major force in Palestinian politics. Hamas's strategy during the Intifada was twofold: mobilizing the Palestinian street and developing its military wing, the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam brigades. The group's uncompromising stance and its willingness to use violence resonated with a segment of the Palestinian population. As the Intifada dragged on and the PLO engaged in peace talks with Israel, Hamas's popularity grew. Hamas's emergence as a major player during the First Intifada had a profound impact on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It challenged the PLO's dominance and introduced a new level of complexity to the peace process. This external backing would prove crucial in sustaining the group's operations in the years to come. The Oslo Accords signed between Israel and the PLO in the mid-1990s were meant to usher in a new era of peace. However, for Hamas, the agreements represented a betrayal of the Palestinian cause. As the peace process faltered, Hamas' militant wing, the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam brigades, stepped up its attacks. Suicide bombings became a chilling hallmark of the group's tactics, targeting civilians in Israeli cities. Despite international condemnation and sanctions, Hamas remained a potent force in Palestinian society. Its social welfare programs continued to provide essential services to Palestinians, particularly in Gaza. In the early 2000s, a confluence of events further strengthened Hamas's position within Palestinian society. The Second Intifada, which erupted in 2000, witnessed another wave of violence and bloodshed. Hamas capitalized on the growing disillusionment with the peace process and the perceived corruption of the Palestinian Authority. In 2006, in a stunning upset, Hamas won a landslide victory in Palestinian legislative elections. The result sent shockwaves through the region and beyond, indicating the group's growing popularity. Some countries were willing to engage with Hamas, while others refused to recognize the legitimacy of the election results. The international community remained divided on how to deal with Hamas. Hamas's electoral victory did not usher in an era of unity and stability in Palestinian politics. Instead, it exacerbated existing tensions between the group and Fatah, the dominant faction within the Palestinian Authority. In 2007, after months of escalating tensions, a full-blown conflict erupted between Hamas and Fatah. The fighting, concentrated in the Gaza Strip, resulted in the deaths of hundreds of Palestinians and ended with Hamas seizing control of the territory. The Palestinian Authority retained control of the West Bank, creating a de facto division of Palestinian governance. The Hamas-Fatah split had a devastating impact on the Palestinian cause, further fragmenting Palestinian society. With Hamas in control of Gaza, Israel imposed a strict blockade on the territory, citing security concerns. The blockade exacerbated the already dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. Today, Hamas remains a powerful force in Palestinian politics, controlling the Gaza Strip and commanding significant influence among Palestinians. The group has undergone a complex evolution since its inception, transforming from a small, localized group into a major player on the regional and international stage. Hamas's legacy is a mixed one. On the one hand, the group has provided essential social services to Palestinians, particularly in Gaza. On the other hand, Hamas's use of violence has drawn widespread condemnation and led to its designation as a terrorist organization by many countries. The group's uncompromising ideology and its refusal to recognize Israel's right to exist have also been major obstacles to peace. However, Hamas has shown remarkable resilience and adaptability throughout its history, and it is likely to remain a key player in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict for the foreseeable future.